Hello, this is F19 reporting. Unfortunately, I have to note that Fleabites 18, my previous clone, met his death recently. He was going to the end to complete this stage of development, and the plan was to go to the end and then use a teleporter to get back home. Do I still have them on me? Let me see. Uh, oh, I'm not even carrying them. But I don't know if it's blocked for the end or if they're not interdimensional. But whatever the case, he was unable to teleport back home, so the only way to get out was to kill the Ender Dragon, and was not prepared for that. He almost killed it, and then right at the end, his jetpack ran out of power, and the dragon knocked him over the edge and into the void. So Fleabites 18, RIP, fell into the void in the end and died. It's quite sad, but now it's my job to carry on the mission. So, let's get on with it. I'm just going to show some of the things that recent changes to the base. Let me see. So, along this wall I had my coke oven and my blast furnaces. I've moved those outside, or Fleabites 18 did. This door is cool. I had it laying around. Thought I'd install it. I don't have anything in this room yet. It's for future development. But I think I'll keep it closed. And okay, so I have my hazmat suit on here. So we're working on industrial craft. That's the current mod that we were focused on. So I'll just show you where we're at. So there's some neat stuff. So this is a magnetic magnetizer from industrial craft, and these are iron fences. So if you're wearing metal boots, this creates a magnetic field that will lift you up and whoa, shoot you into the ceiling. I've got to figure out a way to slow that launch up into the ceiling. Oh, so yeah, that's new. And what else? I had these lights are cool. They draw power. I've got to figure out a better way to set these up. But they're neat. You can turn them on and off by clicking. And they're kind of cool. So my future industrial craft building, I'm going to use those lights to light it up. My plan is I want to make a building out of construction foam and put all the industrial craft and tech reborn stuff in there. So this is a bit of a setup. I'm making up on the roof, oh, it's all full, distilled water. I need that to make a couple of these upgrades. These overclockers need coolant, and you need distilled water to make coolant. So I brewed that up. And I've set up my ore processing now so that it's almost hands-free. So I drop it into the macerator. So drop in the ore I want to make, crushes it, and then it auto-ejects it into the ore washing plant, which is currently caught up. And oh no, there it goes. So then it washes the ore, and it ejects stone dust upwards into this crate, and then it ejects the washed ore into this chest. That's not the chest. I don't know if I can show the chest. There we go. So it puts the washed ore into here, and then it gets pulled into the thermal centrifuge, which is the choke point. Very slow, high power usage, but it's I don't know what it does with this. Oh, it turns it into dust. So it takes the washed ore, purified ore, and changes it into dust, and then it will eject it back into this chest, and this compressor will automatically pull in these tiny piles and compress them into a dust, which then gets pulled up into the electric furnace and gets cooked into ingots, which get ejected into this chest. I have a good supply. I've been running it. So I have a couple problems with this setup that I have to work on, and that is I need to put a hopper on the macerator to pump in ores so I don't have to just do a stack at a time. And though this setup, I didn't know how to do it. So every now and then I'll get an odd amount of tiny piles in here, and it'll jam up the system. And I manually have been taking them out and throwing them into this box. I recently discovered there's a machine called the sorting machine from Industrial Craft that I can set it so it only will eject the tiny dust into here when there's piles of 9, so then I won't have that problem. And so that's an upgrade I want to do very soon, so I can just have these constantly running, dumping, processing my ore into ingots. Because with this system, I get, it's not quite, it's a stack and a half almost. I'm gonna sleep here. I get about I get about a stack and a half, or two and a half. So it's not tripling. It's kind of like 2.4 times the ore. So I'm gonna process a whole bunch now and get a backlog. I have that all running. It takes 4 diesel generators from Tech Reborn running gasoline to keep that system moving. And I have tons of gasoline because it's a byproduct of making diesel. And I have that giant tank out there. It's constantly to fill to the top with gasoline. So I'm hoping to keep burning that. That's going to power all my Industrial Craft and I think Tech Reborn stuff for a while to come. Okay, so another neat thing. So with this, to go down, you hold the shift key and then you can go down and run away. So another thing I set up with Industrial Craft is up here. We're going to go into the third hole mine. This was like a death hole early in the game. I kept getting massacred down here, but it's pretty safe now. So I've set up, this is neat, the miner. I don't think they used to have this. I think it used to be called a mining well, and it would just drill one column straight to bedrock. So now with this scanner in it, it gives it a range of, I think a 7x7 column. It scans downwards and will mine anything within that range. It's not filtered, so I think it mines anything. And it needs these mining pipes. Each level it goes down, it puts a mining pipe out. So you have to have enough mining pipes to get down to bedrock if you want to go that low. I had to make a drill and put it in here. This is just the basic version, and then I have an ejector upgrade to eject automatically into this steel box. So this is what we've got so far. So it's actually working quite well. I'm pretty happy with this. And then I don't know if this is working. The idea is that if this runs into lava or water, it'll jam it, and the pump though will pump that out, and so that the miner can keep working. So I don't know if that's an old feature or a current feature. I'll find out when or if I hit lava, which I haven't hit lava yet. And then I have it powered with this thermal generator. I had a canister with lots of lava in it. It's almost gone, so it drains this lava pretty fast. So if I don't hit lava with the pump, I'm going to have to go and manually fill my canister back up to keep this running. I'm hoping at some point this can just become self-sustaining where the pump will find enough lava to fill this and keep everything running. Oh, and these storage boxes from Industrial Craft are awesome also. They're like the boxes, the crates from immersive engineering, where they will hold their contents when you break them. But with these, the steel is a higher tier, so it holds, what is that, like a double chest worth of stuff. And then I can pick that up and take it back to my base and to empty it out. So that's pretty cool. So this is neat. This was a neat setup. So let's see. Oh, so I just wanted to talk a bit about then my progression. So Fleabite's 19, that's me. 18 of my predecessors have died. I do have a journal that kept track of how many days each one lived and what they accomplished. This is oil. What is going on there? I'm really draining that. Maybe I'll shut this down for now. I've been running this thing over here, my extractor, quite a bit. So I'm trying to build up my ores. It's a display bug. Doesn't really show when the lubricant goes down. So I'm just going to refill that. I've been running this build up a nice supply of iron ore. So I might move all this setup and go start mining copper. So I'm going to need a lot of copper in the future. This thing's great. Okay, so now I'm sidetracked. I don't know what I was talking about. So what I want to do next, which I haven't, I'm going to show you my storehouse. I haven't showed that yet. So my storehouse, this was supposed to be this great storehouse, automating all of my storage and sorting and everything. And I've got it working pretty good, but I built the building kind of before I knew what I wanted the storage system to look like, and there's just a couple, it's kind of too small. I always build too small when I first build, and it's very cramped, and I don't have room. There's certain things I want to be able to do. This will be like a crafting center. I need to have access to a couple of machines, and there's not really a good place to put them in here. So just recently, well, I'll show how it works. So recently I added these in, these routing nodes from Blood Magic. That allows me now to sort items by mod type. So I'll just show, and before that I couldn't do that. I had to sort just using filters, but so this is my box that has everything to do with mystical agriculture. So this is the input chest, if I throw that in there, it it has priority and it'll look for any mod outputs and puts it back in there. Then anything that's not sorted by mod gets sent over to this input chest, and really the ender chest should be over there. I've got to switch those two around. I think this is locked to a location right now, so it's a bit of work to switch it. But so anything else that goes into here is being processed by Project Red pipes, these things here, which are basically the successor to logistic pipes. So it will sort, it pulls it out of here, it puts it into this controller, so all of these drawers are connected to my system, and I have over here a whole bunch of crates that are connected into the system. And this is one thing that's kind of neat. So wasn't able to access the pipes the way I built the building. So I have there's little trap doors, and then I can access the pipe and access the filters. So that's kind of neat, but I kind of want to, part of me wants to rip all of this down and rebuild it, but it is a bit of a nightmare because there's so much stuff to move. So I've been putting that off. And then the plan was to have a second story, and I was going to get up to it using this launch pad. It's kind of neat, right? I can get up, and then to get down, jumping onto these cushions from immersive engineering. So it's kind of neat. It's just not quite set up right, because what happens is I go to grab something from over here, and I get launched onto the roof. And I keep missing the cushions when I jump down. So just need to figure that out. And I want to kind of make that a priority. I'm going to go to sleep here. So this is, and I want to have a couple of these. This is the chest that has supplies in it, and it has a supply chip. Can I reach that? Yeah. So it has an item stock keeper, so whenever I take out anything in here, it stocks it back up almost immediately. Right, so then if I have these chests, no matter where they are in the world at different bases, I have access to whatever from my inventory is tied into here. So the idea is to have this filled with common items that you would use for crafting, wood and stuff. I don't have it set up the way I want it yet, but then I can have bases anywhere, but still have access to this whole stockhouse of stuff. And then the way I got around not having machines in here right now, so if I need to ground something up, so let's say I need more coal. How much coal? I have 432 coal. And this is cool too. So this is the request pipe. It's as close as you're going to get to like an AE style inventory system. So I can search for coal. There's some coal ore. I have to get 10 of them. Submit. They'll come flying out that pipe into my hands. Boom. Then I want to ground that up, so I want to send it to the crusher in Smelton. So I just toss it in here. That'll feed into the smelter in Smelton, the crusher, sorry, and then it'll come back over here and go into my system. So within a few, not too long, I should start seeing this number going up, and that's coal coming in from Smelton. And I have my ores and everything set up like that too. Also, I can throw sand in and get glass. Let's try that. Whoops, I don't want to stack. Put that back. Throw some sand in, and I can throw cobblestone in and make gravel. So those parts I really like. So I just need to perfect this a little. It's so crowded and messy. Thinking of knocking these walls out and pushing it back more, and maybe just moving some stuff around. But I don't know. I keep saying I'm going to get to that, and I haven't done it. So what else do I want to show here? So this here is cool. That's from Cyclic. So this is showing the battery level of this battery. So this energy transfer node has a wireless connection back to Smelton to the diesel generator. So it powers. So I get all my power sent over here from there, and this will show me if this battery here starts to get low. If this gets low, I know that something's gone wrong at Smelton, and I have to go investigate. And then this battery here sends power out to anywhere I need power in Grassley. I have these wireless transfer nodes. It is a great way to have a more dispersed base, which is kind of my goal for this playthrough. So, what I wanted to show one more thing. So let's go on a little walk. Might as well just stroll through Grassley. It's always good when I go through here. I always can stop and check on everything. So there I'm just building up the drone student population. This looks like the collecting is working. So I finally got a pure line collecting line of bees going, and I'm just breeding up some stock. This one I'm trying to replace my common princess. So to do that, you just I'll keep putting that princess in. Here, I'll take this out. Keep putting the princess in here with this stock of bees, and eventually it will have the traits of these, and then I'll have the pure line established. I can tell it's not there yet because those aren't mixing. Those should mix together if they have the same traits. So I haven't quite got that finished yet. It still hasn't quite matched up with the traits. But what else? So I've also got my ender lilies going on endstone, and this harvests them, so that's great. I'm going to really build up a pile of ender pearls now, and I've expanded my mystical agriculture a little bit. Butterfly. Yeah, so did that. I guess I do have a couple other things. I made a portal to the deep dark. Don't think I want to go there. That's kind of scary. I don't have much going on there. I just went and looked around. That's not what I came over here to show you. So I'm gonna hop over to. I just wanted to show the progress on the Steve's carts, the tree farm over here. See, it's still working happily away, and look at all the wood and saplings and everything it's collected. And this is after I've taken out a batch already. So this is a pretty not efficient or like made, just a quick and dirty tree farm, and it just pumps out the wood. It's great. I don't even have it going into there. I don't know what these silkworms. I get so many of them. There's not a lot. I don't see the value to those. I think they're good for early game string, but on a level like this, you just get too many of them. Oh yeah, and I went to the Twilight Forest. Oh, here's my nice. So that's a portal I made to the Twilight Forest, and I brought back a sapling to plant here. So Twilight Forest, I think I want to set up a roots base there and work on roots when I do that. So my goal is to work on my agriculture, get it a little more refined. So, wow. get a way to collect these eggs automatically and shear my sheep. I think Steve's carts can do that. And kind of get this prototype made into a final type, a little bit more pretty, and figure out, and maybe with one of each type of animal. And I think now with actually additions unlocked, it has an automated feeding machine, so I can automate feeding all these animals and just come over here whenever I need to. I think I've done a bit of harvesting, yeah, so gathered a bit of resources there, but I want to automate that, and I think that's going to be my next goal. Just hop home. Whoa. So yeah, that's the new stuff I think I've worked on since last video. I'm trying to collect from here. Where's my axe? Harvest some ectoplasm. These spectral trees give ectoplasm, which is used in a lot of stuff in the random things mod. Let's see if I get lucky and get any here. They should make this that you can only cut it with a spectral axe, but I'm not complaining. So what did I get? I got 0 ectoplasm. Okay, so we'll try it again another time. Replant these and come and check them out when they grow. Still have snow in some spots. I cleaned up a bunch of it. And then also, as part of my agricultural work, I need to get my bees. So I have the materials now. This royal jelly and pollen, I think, is the other one. Yeah, there, this pollen. So I have enough of that now that I could build, what's that called? An apiary? Aviary from forestry. So it's like a really fancy, large, it's a multi-block bee house. And you can do a lot more things with it for developing your bees and getting produce. So I want to build one of those and get it going. But I'm kind of trying to decide if I want to move all of my bee and agricultural stuff to a whole new area, to a whole new base, and start a new base. And then dedicate all of this space here to have Botania spreading out and make this just a Botania base. So that's something I'm considering doing. I don't think I have anything else new to show. So for now, ow, what did I step on? Oh yeah, don't walk on these, they hurt. I think I threw some bait into my fish traps. Let's just go have a look. Oh, also I need to start automating, I need to automate farming sugarcane and cactuses. So that's another job. So I think, yeah, so this I put in a fishing rod and it has mending on it. So it seems to, I need to put power. Oh, that's why it's not working. So I'll just show how the power gets hooked up then. So what you need to do to transmit wirelessly using cyclic, I've got to go all the way back up. I don't know if it would be, I like these paths. I want to make more of that. Those stones are neat. So another annoying thing with this place is I have to keep running up and down. So I don't know if I'll hook up ender chests down there or a waystone where I hop down faster. But I need to make a GPS marker. Takes that, I only want one. GPS is that, and a stick and some paper. Do I have paper? Yep. Paper, stick. And I'm gonna have to look up the recipe for that. Okay. I'm pretty sure I can use. I can't use that. Lapis? Oh, it's light blue. Ah. Okay, that's okay. I have a dye chest here. You should always have a dye chest in your base. Oh, and I should have got rid of those bees in my inventory. And just throw these eggs in. I'm not sure where that spectral wood's gonna go. So like I said, the sorting system is not quite fine-tuned yet. I better just grab a quick nap. Okay, so back to the GPS. There we go. So now I gotta go all the way back down to the fishing hole. Fishing, it's not really a hole, is it? Fishing machine. Doo doo doo. Yeah, the path is nice. I should stay on it. Ow. Head down here. Okay, so I need to mark this block. So shift click, saved. Oh my gosh. So now I've got to go all the way back up to Grassley. Okay, so back here at Grassley, this is where I'm distributing power from. Wait, that doesn't work. What am I doing here? That's power in, right? Okay, so I should be able to put that there. Wow. I think that's charging. Okay, so if that works, I should be getting power now out at that fishing collector. So let's hope there's power coming out. Yeah, there we go. See, full power. So this is running now, and oh, another fishing rod with mending. But this one with mending on it, I'm not sure if it'll take damage. It might just last forever. And that would be great. So this will run then until it's completely full. I assume it's running. Let's see if we catch anything. And what is that called? Automatic fishing net from Cyclic, yeah. And water strainer, this one just needs bait. I threw some bait in it. It's already gone. It goes through bait so fast, even with a bait bucket. But I guess it got, ooh, sharpness 3. That would have been handy a while ago. Yeah, it gets a good pile of stuff for free. You just have to go around with a trowel and dig up dirt to get worms, and it's a bit too manual. Ooh, I just said it. I bet there's a way to automate that. So I think my goal, so each time a new clone gets activated, there's usually a different motivation takes over. So F18 was heavily focused on delving deeply into mods that had already been opened. So he progressed immersive engineering quite far, quite advanced, and also progressed blood magic up to tier 3. So I think my focus though is going to be on agriculture and really getting that set up properly. And I think that's what I'll work on next episode. So for now, this is F19 signing out.